Good evening, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. I am going to go take a shower and get to bed because it is late. I woke up actually earlier today, I think, than yesterday, but not super early. But oh my goodness, guys, I have to share with you guys the refrigerator. I told you guys how tomorrow is our Christmas party. We are having our Christmas party at my aunt's house, but we are like hosting it. She's having us, you know, like we're using her house, but we're kind of hosting everything, organizing everything, you know, that kind of thing. Just because I think I was telling you guys, our house is too small to have a like indoor party like we did like 4th of July, I think a year ago or 2 years, not last year, I think it was 2 years ago. And like, you know, and we can host like Father's Day, kind of Mother's Day, stuff like that, where it's not like a big holiday with like a lot of food, and you know, we can do things sort of outside. But like it works well for like a 4th of July party because you're really outside for a lot of that. And I think we did Father's Day one year here, but especially like for Christmas, where we have a lot of extra stuff to do, like presents and stuff like that, you would not be able to walk around on the like our kitchen or our living room floor just because of how much stuff we'd wind up having all over the place. And like on top of that too, like yeah, we have literally, this is all of the counter space that we have in our kitchen. We have got, the sink is here, so like I say, we have 2 sections of counter space. We have 1 section of counter space there, 1 little section of counter space here. That's it. Then we have over by our coffee bar and our kitchen table, and our kitchen table is not huge either by any means, so we've got like, that's pretty much it. And even to like the counter space over by the like the, did I say KitchenAid? I meant the coffee maker by our Keurig, like our little coffee bar. It's hardly really like workable space too. I don't know if that makes sense, but like we never personally use it for like you know, like chopping up things or, you know, preparing food and whatever. You know, so like again, trying to host a big holiday like Christmas and or Thanksgiving or Easter or whatever, although my aunt does Easter every single year, but like again, doing any of those kind of holidays is just at our house, it's crazy. My aunt, she has a lot more like a big living room. Like her house probably square footage wise is not bigger, I wouldn't say much bigger than our house, but like she just has a really big living room and her kitchen's pretty big, but like it's really just like a 1-bedroom townhouse, but she does have a basement that actually has a second kitchen in it. So it's actually really nice for like, you know, again, parties and stuff like that. But like I was saying, I got completely off topic. But they you know, like I said, it just doesn't work for our house. So we're again, we organized all the food, all of the party things, all of the, you know, all that kind of stuff. We're just doing it over at her house. She has like extra chairs and all that kind of stuff, and you know, she keeps it in the basement, so when we were going there 2 hours early to like sort of help her set up and everything like that as well. So like again, get the chairs and tables and all that kind of stuff and everything. So thankfully we don't have to bring that, but the way we packed our stuff that we're bringing, like food wise, and again the games and the, you know, all the other stuff, the gifts, like I said, there's tons and tons of stuff that we have to transport tomorrow. And it is like the way my mom was describing it, it's not like we're having like a you know, going away for Christmas and we're, you know, doing it somewhere else where we need to pack all kinds of stuff and, you know, food and everything like that. Like my aunt has things at her house too, but like, you know, she has crock pots and she has, you know, again, silverware and knives and, you know, like a cutting board and when we need to like, you know, cut things or whatever. So we did like probably more than half of the prep today of the stuff that we need to bring, but we didn't end up, we're not doing everything tomorrow. Some people do that. Some people, you know, have like a holiday where, you know, they'll wind up again going away for the holiday, you know, again to like a vacation place or whatever, or, you know, like rent a place and, you know, host it, the holiday there or whatever it is. And so like I said, it's not completely that for us. Again, my aunt has a lot of things. We're bringing the food, some of the serving things, drinks, desserts, you know, all that kind of stuff. Again too, I got this, guys, I shared with you guys when I got this over the this summer. I found it on clearance at Aldi. I think it was regularly $40. I got it for 20 bucks, and it's like a little sort of appetizer slow cookers. And they have, the thing that I like about it is we have one small slow cooker that we use for like dips and things like that. The problem is that it does not have a keep warm function on it, and I hate that about it. So this is like perfect. Again, there are just 3 ones in there that you can do, and I ran it. I just wanted to first make sure that they all worked but because I didn't open it up since summer, and I never used it actually, but I want to make sure they worked. And on top of that too, because when you first use any type of heating appliance it smells for the first time, and I didn't want my aunt's house and also too all the food just smell like, you know, that kind of fresh plasticky kind of smell. So we ran it on high for about an hour or so here, but I just threw water in them so that they would like, you know, just sort of cook a little bit, and again so I could make sure that it was working, and also too so that again we could get rid of a little bit of that smell. And it might still smell a little bit honestly when we use it, just because our roaster, I think we've used it twice, it still has that smell a little bit to it as well. Like I said, it's just kind of that hot metal, hot plastic, hot, you know, whatever it is, kind of fresh smell to it, like it has not been used you know, yet. And so like I said, I wanted to avoid that smelling at her house. I washed all the little slow cookers in there already, but then like I said, I just ran it so that it, like I said, doesn't smell tomorrow. So anyways though, I will show you guys all of the stuff that we are packing for tomorrow. It's crazy. Honestly too, we were talking about it, we might wind up actually having Matthew come in his car separately so that he can bring some stuff, because we will fit most likely, hopefully, but we will probably be pretty jammed up in our SUV. We'll definitely have to have the back seat down, which means that we have the middle row, which has 3 seats in it, so me, Matthew, and Jack can fit in there, and then my parents will sit in the front 2 seats, and then we got the back, which is sort of nice because we can, you know, fit all this stuff. But like when we do have the 3rd row down, there's not really hardly any trunk space. There's a little bit, but not a lot, so it's not a huge amount of space. And I think, like I said, we'll probably most likely be able to fit in there pretty comfortably, but we're definitely gonna have to pack the stuff in the car. And so again, Matthew might wind up bringing though his car just so that we can at least put some of the stuff, because my only concern is about stacking things that are going to be heavy on top of things that are not going to be super heavy or like super full too. I think I've figured we have got let's see, at least 4 bins. One is a big bin, 3 of the other ones are kind of smaller bins, and that includes our Christmas presents, plus like I said, that includes the food, the desserts, the other, like, you know, we have to also bring the crock pots too, we have to bring the drinks, we got a lot of stuff we have to bring, guys. It's gonna be massive chaos. These are, I think, the gifts that are coming with us tomorrow. You guys can see there, that's all of mine. I did my little Fannie Mae s'mores, little desserts in here. I'm doing like 2 of them per person, one of the regular s'mores kind, and then the other one is of the s'mores like peppermint. That one's the one that's in the back there. So I didn't realize too, one is milk chocolate and the other, the peppermint kind, is the dark chocolate. Sorry guys, I just had my arm in there. But I have 6 of these to give to different family members, so I got those all in there. And then over here we've got, that is the root beer, that is also the root beer. I showed you guys that a little while ago. That's my mom's list along with one of the recipe books that we need for the we're doing 2 different types of like hot bread, monkey bread. We're just doing appetizers too. Like I said, we're literally gonna come there and just be unloading stuff at my aunt's house. This is sort of different desserts, but also too, these are like my mom, actually she made this cute little, it has got a little I think RV sort of thing in their camper, little tray that we're bringing with as well, little Santa Claus guy in there. And then also too, that is inside of this bin here is the pen is actually nothing. It is just, we're going to put all of our cold stuff, most likely is going to go in here. My dad, because we could not find, I don't know what happened, we had 2 big coolers, cannot find either of them. I do think one of them broke, but at least we had one other one that I'm pretty sure was not broken, and we cannot find it. So my dad actually got this on his like golf trip, I think last year, like golf company retreat thing that they do last year, and they normally wind up getting like a, it's like a, not a raffle, but like they get to pick like sort of a prize. My dad got a mini heater thing last year. A couple years ago he got a really nice like outdoor lawn chair, and this past year he ended up getting a Bears cooler. So this actually, because it fits a lot in there, should actually probably fit most of our refrigerated frozen stuff that we're gonna need. In my aunt's house, it's not a super long drive, but again, we probably want to keep a lot of this stuff cold and or frozen on the trip over there. And then on the bottom I've got another bin full of that is pretty much just the food. So this will be most likely refrigerated and cold stuff that we have to bring with. We'll go in here and or in the cooler. And then like I said too, this and 2 other crock pots have to come with us. And then guys, you see this refrigerator right here? Oh my goodness, this is a lot of stuff that has to come with us tomorrow. We're doing like a charcuterie board, and so these are all of the meats that are going in there. These guys, I have to share with you guys if I can safely get these out of here. These are those little penguins, those olive penguins that I've been telling you guys about. Let me see if I can actually take the lid off and show these to you guys. Yeah, these are them. Aren't they the stinking cutest little things ever? They're little baby penguins. With the little olives on there and everything. So that was what my mom was working on. That was the big thing. There's 2 of these. So like I said, so much of this stuff in the fridge is coming out and coming with us tomorrow. And my mom cut up, that was just actually, I did that with as a side with dinner tonight. We just ended up doing chicken Kiev because I wanted no leftovers put in the fridge. So I just had everybody say how many they wanted and it went in the fridge. We've got like veggies for veggie tray. We've got, this is going to do like for our pull apart bread. Like I said, we're just doing appetizers. We've got fruit for the charcuterie board as well. That's our leftover cookie dough, which we're going to wind up making during this week. I have no clue what this is. This looks like extra stuff left over from the penguins, but I don't know if this is going to be more that my mom's going to make or what's going on with that, but I can tell that like that's what it looks like. We've got different stuff too for like the different dips, and my mom wrote on there like this is for the monkey bread. Like she brought, like she's gonna have the butter separate from the she has the butter and then the seasonings with the stuff, like everything, like we just ended up packaging. This is for, I think, one of the dips we're doing. It's for the spinach artichoke dip. So like then I have the cans of artichoke. So we're gonna like prepare, like we did as much preparing as we possibly could here, and then the extra stuff when we get there, we're gonna throw it straight in the crock pots and then wind up cooking them for you know, when we finally get there. And so even the door, guys, it is a hot mess in this refrigerator, but like I said, there's so much stuff that we had to prepare and like put in the refrigerator and then we'll have to bring with us. So yeah, it's a mess in here, guys, but that's what's coming with us too. I've also got all the drinks that we're bringing with in here as well. These are, we got cans of stuff, and then also too we got some tea that we're bringing, plus again too we're doing those root beers, and then we're also doing a hot cocoa bar as well. So on top of that too, we're going to leave at 10 o'clock. It takes probably less than an hour, honestly, though, to get to my aunt's house. I'd say probably well under an hour, somewhere between half an hour and an hour, depending on traffic. But if we're going early, really, it's not going to probably be much traffic. So 10 o'clock is when we were leaving. Then we'll be there for about 3 hours, I guess. No, okay, so if we're leaving at 10 o'clock, we'll get there at 11 o'clock, where the party starts at 1 o'clock. But honestly, we might not even really start eating right away, even though it's appetizers. But like I was thinking, I was like, honestly, some of the stuff is going to take a little while to cook, but it's probably not going to take a massive amount of time to cook, where it's going to be like, you know, like, oh, you know, this thing has to cook for like 2 hours, or, you know, where like this thing has to cook for like 4 hours or whatever in the slow cooker before it's ready. It's dips and stuff like that. Like I even read too with the Velveeta, like the Velveeta Rotel, you can just throw it in the microwave for 5 minutes, and then I think you just stir the stuff up, and then I can put it in the slow cooker and keep warm. And so like even too with the artichoke dip, I don't think that it's going to be much more difficult than that. So like, you know, just starting the stuff in there for, you know, again, an hour or so ahead of time will most likely be good. So you know, like I said, I was thinking about that too, and I was like, really, there's not a lot of stuff that we can't, you know, and if we have to move it to like high, you know, cook it on high for like an hour or two, and then it'll be ready and we can just move them to keep warm when, you know, again, we're serving the food, which again will probably be around 1 o'clock-ish or so. So anyways, guys, like I said, that is you know, I don't know if it's more difficult to host a party that you're not hosting at your house, or if it's more difficult to host a party at your house. We're lucky that I guess we don't have to have, you know, again, everything all like cleaned up. I guess that's kind of the only difference, but it's like just as much, if not maybe more work as far as like all the food stuff goes, actually trying to bring it to another person's house. And again, making sure like we have everything, because again too, if we get to my aunt's house and then find out like, oh no, she doesn't have this or whatever, because when we were talking about doing the like monkey bread, my mom's like, okay, well it says spray the pan, and I was like, oh, you might want to make sure you have cooking spray, because I don't know if, you know, I kind of assume that my aunt has cooking spray, but again too, I don't want to go there and be like, oh, can we use your cooking spray, and can we use this, and you know, like start using up all her ingredients. Like we need to make sure that we have it, you know, because again too, like even with the butter for the bread that we're doing, like the pull apart bread, we might wind up getting, you know, she might not wind up having enough for what we actually need it for. So that's why my mom has everything like completely like pieced out for every single little thing that we possibly could need for, like I said, you know, all of the cooking and all of that. But my mom was telling me too, she was like, Haley, you are so organized, like, because I told her like 5 times, I was like, okay, we have to go over the list, we have to go over it in detail, we have to go over the recipes, you know. I made her make, like, she wrote, I was showing you guys the list that she had, she rewrote her list like 5 times, because I was like, no, you have to, you know, we need this, we need that, and so, you know, like she wrote lists as far as like the recipes, what we need for each thing, you know, like, and we again don't want to wind up forgetting anything either, like, oh my goodness, we forgot chips for the dip, like that would stink. So no, we have all of that. We've got all the chips, we've got pretzels, we've got crackers, we've got all of the things. We've, like I said, I don't think that, hopefully we will not forget anything, but the only thing that stinks is that, like, if we do wind up going to my aunt's house and realizing we needed something or we forgot it or whatever, we'll probably have to send somebody to go run out to the store and get it if she doesn't have it as well. So the benefit is that if we do forget something, maybe she has something as well. Like I'm saying, like smaller ingredients, like, oh my goodness, we forgot salt. You know, she probably has that. But like bigger stuff, like we need chips and crackers and all that kind of stuff, like the big main things, she's not going to just have extras of that really laying around. So like I said, that's the kind of stuff that we have to make sure we have, and hopefully we don't forget that. But again, that's all in the bins and everything. It's just more the refrigerated stuff is the stuff I'm worried about forgetting, and also to the frozen things like our meatballs and the spinach and our shrimp, and you know, like those are the 3 things I think that are in the freezer that I know for sure that we need. I don't think that there's anything else that we have to bring. But like even too, I keep wanting to say that we have, my mom asked me like 10 times for the hot chocolates if we have whipped cream, and I was like, yes, we have whipped cream. But I'm gonna probably wind up forgetting it tomorrow, because it's not one of the things that I'm like, oh, whipped cream, we need that. Like it's not like an ingredient for something, it's just like the topping for it. So if we forget it, it stinks, but it's one of those things where I'm like, we don't, you know, like it's not, oh my goodness, we forgot the you know, for the pull apart bread, we're doing it with the biscuits. Like if we forget that, that's a huge thing. We can't have the bread without the biscuits. So like that would be a big thing that we forget. I'm not thinking for the hot chocolate bar that we need the, you know, I'm just thinking we need the hot chocolate, and we probably need marshmallows. Those are 2 big things. But you know, like again, the whipped cream, the, you know, other little ingredients and things like that that we need to put on top of the hot chocolate bar, which is weird. We've never done a hot chocolate bar like ever, like, you know, for Christmas that we've hosted like with a family party. I don't think we've ever done a hot chocolate bar ever, so this will be pretty fun. So my mom's, like I said, she's got all the little tiny details planned out for that as well. But anyways, guys, like I said, it's late. I gotta definitely take a shower and get to bed, because I gotta be up early tomorrow to get a handful of things done too, probably, and prepared and everything like that too. And then we're probably gonna have to take like an extra half an hour just to pack up the refrigerator and freezer stuff. Like I want to give myself a good 30 minutes at least to make sure that we have all that to be packed up. I want to make sure too that we have enough time to get all the car packed up. So between, again, refrigerator, freezer stuff getting packed up, I want to make sure that we have a half an hour for sure, plus car packing time as well. So, and then like once the stuff's out in the car, it's good. It's not gonna, you know, it's cold outside. It's actually, guys, I stinking forgot to show you the snow today. Oh my goodness, it was like a blizzard outside at one point. It got super dark and it was like snowing like crazy, and it's still snowing outside because there's no, I can't see the footprints of anybody out in the snow. I don't know if it's actually still currently snowing, but we did wind up getting even more snow today as well. Sorry guys, we got some you can't really see it out there because we got all of our Christmas stuff on the window, but you guys see that out there? That is genuine snow that we got. Much more than we had yesterday because it was like just barely, you could still kind of see the grass through it, and you can like a little tiny bit out there, not quite as much, but you guys can see out there a little bit. Yes, it's focusing. It's a lot more than it was yesterday now. So yeah, anyways guys, that is, like, you can see, oh, it's probably better seeing it up here. So yeah, you guys can see that was more than what I showed you guys that there was yesterday. I don't know if it's still snowing, but we're gonna have snow for our family Christmas, which is cool. So anyways, I'm gonna take a shower now, like I said, and get to bed. But I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. I will share with you guys. I'm hoping to take pictures too of all the little things, and you know, all the you know, like foods and everything like that. So hopefully I can share that with you guys as well, like I said, through some type of pictures or whatever. But if you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of our sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.